can. And if you notice popping up within chat is places where you can get a hold of me or you can hang out with me and or our chat pack. We also have my Twitter account. We also have my Steam account. And we also have that, yeah, that is the wrong Twitter account, but that's okay. We're going to fix it. Woot woot. And also, we have my Discord account. Please feel free to join. The Steam account is if you would like to play Dead by Daylight, which I play very frequently, and would love to have anybody who wants to play to join. All you have to do is friend me, and I am listed as Psycheshire over on Steam. So if you are here, you're now part of the chat pack. We also have a YouTube channel where I've been able to pull all of the videos that I could salvage, because you know Twitch takes them down after a certain period of time. Some of the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1 videos, especially the one where I beat it. I saved that one. I also saved the Dark Souls one where I beat that boss, the first boss, so which was really exciting. For me especially. But I've got a YouTube channel, so we'll get all of these things put up on our panels, because as you know, below we have the emote, which was created by Jelly, and she is also creating two more, a tier 2 and a tier 3. So I'm really excited about seeing those. That'll be really cool. We've got Chester's Rules. Chester is our chat cat. And if you can see right there in the middle of the screen, that's Chester's cute little face. And Chester is keeping an eye on everybody. Make sure you behave or you will be dinner. Also, we've got About Me. Tells a little bit of information about me. Some games that are coming, as well as some songs. And a few little snippets like Spotted by Killer and Dead by Daylight. So we've got those things. Tonight we're going to be showing off that video that I made, as well, and we'll do it in the beginning and we'll do it in the end, as well as we are going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade Code 3 of New York. So, for no further ado, I'm going to show the trailer. So here we go, guys. I do hope you enjoy this. This is done in honor of Vampire the Masquerade Code 3 of New York, and those who busted their behind to create this game and to put it out for all of us to enjoy. And I hope you enjoy the video as well. Kind of like an advertisement. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the fan-based trailer that I spent quite a bit of time on. But I hope that it is received in honor, and it was done out of the bottom of my heart towards this particular game, as well as towards the people that created it. Amazing people that created that video. Alrighty, so we're about to go to the actual game itself. Just giving you an update as far as today. Pretty decent day. Still been, for me, working on furniture and getting things organized in my house. We're still going to keep with the same streaming schedule. That's my intention, which is Tuesday nights and Friday nights and Sunday nights. If I get freaky and feel like adding something in, I may. One of the things that I've thought about is actually behind the scenes, kind of getting used to controllers, because I'm not used to using controllers. I've always used this keyboard. But actually trying to use controllers for various different types of games. So we may bring some of those kind of games up in an addition later on. So let's go ahead and move to the game, because I know you didn't come here to listen to me just talk. So we're going to move to the game. And once I get the game up and running, I'm going to make sure, or ask you to make sure, you can hear my voice and let me know if the game needs to go up or down in volume, or if my voice needs to go up and down in volume. And I will catch you guys. And, well, we kind of technically did, but wait till I start the game, because the game can be a little loud. So we'll kind of see. But I'm cranking the game up. Just let me know. Alright, BRB. Okay, how's it going on y'all's end? Can you hear? Hi. Can you guys hear the music and my voice also? I love that the color scheme matches. It's kind of cool. Game and mic audio is good. Sweet. Game visuals are good. Awesome. Hero. Reasonable. Snowed yesterday, warm today. Sweet. Alrighty, here we go. Let's hit this game. Night 7. He shuffles away and leaves you to pursue the lead in the letter. Time to pay a visit to Nolita. You arrive at the address mentioned in the note. Not counting the local restaurant patrons, the street is mostly empty at this time of night. But curiously, the wine shop is still open. Inside, a small, middle-aged woman with curly hair stands behind the counter in front of an entire wall of wine bottles. There's a door at the end of the room with a small table and a chair occupied by a man with slick, combed back hair who's dressed in a black faux leather jacket. He's reading a newspaper, but pauses as the little bell rings when you open the door. He takes a sip from a small steaming cup and then gets back to his broadsheet. Good evening. How can I help you? Okay, chat pack. 1, 2, or 3. What do you think? You're thinking 1. So we could be direct. Chat her up, or tell her that a friend sent you. You're thinking 1, be direct? I don't remember what the letter said. Eek. And we can't go back, so let's just give it a guess. I almost say 2. Since we don't know what the letter said, I don't remember. Want to go with 2? Just in case. Your call, chatback. I'm thinking 2. Vin's thinking 1. What do you say, Croc? You want 1, 2, or 3? Any of the above. 3. Damn it. 3. Okay. I'll do the tiebreaker. We're going to go 2. Wow. You've got such a big selection of wine. Say you wouldn't happen to have a bottle of 1821 Special Reserve Donatello Negramaro, would you? She gives you a curious look. Oh yeah, remember we are supposed to say certain things. Let me check. She seems to be looking through a database on the laptop, sitting on the counter. She puts on a polite smile. I'm afraid we don't have that one at the moment. Sorry. 1, 2, or 3. Either we casually recite the phrase, or recite the phrase straight and simple, or recite the phrase and reassure her. Which way do you want to go? I could see any of the 3. You think 2? I'm afraid if you put too much emphasis on any one particular thing, you're going to throw it off. I'm kind of thinking shooting straight. Might be right. I'm not sure if we casually do it, if we're going to miss something. And reassuring her is not what you were told to do. And this guy expects specific instructions to be followed. You're thinking 2? Kind of thinking 2. Recite the phrase. I am a fedeli servitori della famiglia G. Remember that G is important. Ah, in that case, let me see if we have any in the back. Wait here, please. The woman leaves the counter and goes through the doors in the back. The man by the table puts down his newspaper and takes another sip from the cup, washing it down with a gulp of water from the nearby glass. He tries to hide it, but there's no doubt he's watching you. About a minute passes. We've got 1, 2, or 3. I will be honest, I am leaning towards 1. We don't have a clue who this guy is. And if there's no doubt he's watching you, and you jump in on that, I'm afraid it might not go as well. But could be wrong. What do you think, Chatback? Your call. I'm seeing a 1, a 1, and a 2. Kind of thinking that 1. Let's try, since we've got more 1s, we'll try the 1 this time. Hey, couldn't help but notice you checking me out. Cute hero. Remain silent and wait. You remind yourself of what Kaiser wrote in the letter, and just keep quiet, patiently waiting for the woman to return from the back of the store. The man finishes his drink and starts doodling on the newspaper, his eyes darting to you every so often. The doors to the back of the store open, and the proprietor emerges with a small, unlabeled, squat bottle of crimson liquid. She gives you an apologizing smile. I agree, it could be a slayer. Excuse me, sorry for taking so long. Turns out we did have it. She offers you the bottle, and you reach out to grab it, but she retracts it. You do know what this is, don't you? 1 or 2. Be careful. Which one do you think, Chatback? You're thinking 2? Is everybody thinking 2? I'm kind of thinking 2. I mean, you know, hey. Why not? Alright, we'll give 2 a try. Give her the smolder. You focus your blood, and you immediately see both of the people in the shop focus intently on you and what you're about to say. This may be a mistake. I'm not. I know exactly what this is, and I'm the right person to give it to. And the woman gives you the bottle without hesitation. Grazie. Deciding you've pushed your luck far enough, you nod and exit the store. Then take a brisk walk to your car. Nobody follows you as you leave Nolita and drive back to your apartment. It takes you some time to find a parking spot, but finally you get out of the car and start looking for Jackie. He's not far from where you parted ways just under 2 hours ago. Got the goods? So we have 1, 2, or 3 Chatback. Which way are we going with this? Yeah, I'm leaning 1. This is where we might want to just be blunt. This guy is horrendously blunt. So I'm thinking 1. Yeah. Alright, we'll go with 1. I sure do. Cool. Stand by. Gotta make the call. He takes a few more steps into a narrow space between 2 buildings and takes out the same high-tech phone you saw him carry the last time. Hey, boss. Yeah, they have it. Where do I point them to? Okay. Yeah, I'll tell them to go right there, right away. He puts the phone back inside his pocket and turns back to you. Well, it's point. Half an hour. So you better step on it. See you around. With just a flippant salute, Jackie starts walking down the street. You make your way back to the car and drive. You had to push the speed limit to make it on time, but you're here. Willets Point is quite a change of scenery. The place is a post-industrial dump, the nearby stadium notwithstanding. You stop your car once you realize that if you go any further down, the potholes are going to kill your chassis. You step out into one of those gashes in the asphalt, splashing the ankle-deep water. Kaiser's limo is nowhere to be seen. In fact, the whole place is pretty much deserted, other than the apparent proprietor, the lonely bar, a middle-aged woman who's just locking the place up. One, 2, or 3. What you thinking, Chat Pack? I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, 1 or 2. I'm riding between both of those. What do you think, Chat Pack? Two? I'm kind of thinking 2 also. Maybe kind of poke around. It's sketchy territory. That's the thing. You want to feed, but you gotta make sure you feed safe. You know? That's gonna kind of be important. I'm gonna say 2. Look around for Kaiser. Take a walk around the neighborhood. It mostly consists of run-down shops and garages, with more than a few derelict cars left here years back to rust. You imagine it's a great place for one of the sewer rats to hide out in, so you're on your guard the whole time. But as far as you can tell, you're the only kindred here. It's only when you hear cars stopping nearby and see that it's apparently Kaiser's black limo that you relax a bit and approach it. Same as last time. The car doors open, but nobody comes out. You know the drill. This time Kaiser is visible the first time you look inside. You sit down and close the door behind you. So, you pulled it off without a hitch then. Give it here. You hand the bottle over to the Nosferatu. He uncorks it gently, takes a whiff, and puts the cork back in. Yeah, that's the stuff. Good job, kid. Consider your debt paid. Oh yeah, and also, have this. It's what Langley wanted. He passes you an envelope with what feels like a thick card inside. 1, 2, or 3, Chatback. Your call. You're thinking 1? I'm kind of thinking 1 too. We're going for polite. Let's try 1. I'm gonna agree with you. Thank you, Mr. Kaiser. Yeah. I'll send Jackie over if I ever need anything else from you. How about that? Time for you to get out now. He waves you out of the car. With the envelope in hand, you get out back onto the torn asphalt and decrepit surroundings. The limo slowly drives away. Finally, you can return to Sophie and bring her what she wanted. Gregory lets you in. You hear a shrill, unpleasant laugh, and you realize Sophie's having a guest over. Thomas Arturo. You met in Asylum a few nights back. That shriek is unmistakable. Ah, Katrina. So glad to see you. Tell me, did you two have a chance to talk before? Thomas speaks out before you can. Why, yes, of course. Such a good impression you made, too. Miss Langley clearly did the right thing by taking you under her wing. I'm sure she thinks so, too. Don't you, Sophie? Why, of course, Of course you do, of course. Well, I believe I've got to be going. I'll be sure to let Prince Panard know your thoughts, Miss Langley, word for word, as close as I can remember them. I appreciate it, Thomas. You two enjoy your night now. Good night, Sophie. Katrina. Greggy boy. He gives you a sly smile. Sophie's driver opens the door for Arturo, and the guest steps out with a single wave of the hand towards his host and you. The doors close. 1, 2, or 3. I'm thinking 3. Either 1 or 3. I'm not sure which. 3? Yeah. Alright, we'll go with 3. So, what's his deal? Same as everyone's. Position, power, influence. Thomas has clout in court and access to many juicy details on everyone from the prince to the lowliest primogen. It's useful to have him on your side, even if his eccentricity requires some patience. Speaking of patience, you have been putting mine to the test lately. Did you manage to contact Kaiser and acquire what I asked for? 1, 2, or 3, Chad Pack. What are you thinking? You're thinking 1? 2. We've got a 1. We've got a 2. I'd say 2. Or wait, okay, maybe 1, because you want to be honest. So I'm thinking, I'm stuck between 1 and 2. What are we thinking? I'm thinking, I guess 1. Because we've got to tell her why we're late, so we'll go with 1. Yes, I have it, but the data you offered was old news to him. I had to do another job for him before he gave me this card. She retrieves the envelope from you. I'm sure he did. I do hope it wasn't too much of an inconvenience. 1, 2, or 3, Chad Pack. I'm thinking 1. I'm thinking 1. What do you think? Let's try 1. He made me go on an entire separate escapade to retrieve a bottle of wine from a store in Nolita. I had to use code phrases and whatnot. Wine shop. Code phrases. That degenerate pest. Hey, Ravenclaw. How's it going? Glad to have you here. Thank you for jumping in. She's visibly agitated, but calms down and smiles at you. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure that whatever Kaiser had you do, it'll blow over. She opens the envelope and looks at the card. You notice the same lettering you saw on Kaiser's note from before, but can't see the details. Her eyes widen. Yes, excellent. I need to call on some favors. I will likely be busy for the next few nights. You have my permission to show some initiative, my dear Charge. I will contact you soon. Sophie ushers you outside. You are left to do with the rest of the night's hours as you like. So now we're at a rest point. So let's go back over some of the characters that we have to deal with. The first one is Sophie's mention of a vampire clan of blood sorcerers sparked your attention. One of them, Agathon, could potentially be your introduction into the bizarre powers of the Tremere. I don't think we've been to this guy yet to see what he's about. We will also read the dictionary because we've got that right up here at the top. We'll go back over that and see what's been left for us. We also have, recently you're feeling as if someone keeps tailing you. Time to confirm your suspicions. So that is another. Then we have Hope. Hope is about to head out into the city. Accompany her and see her true face. So that is another individual. Then we have our Nosferatu. It's been a while since you heard from D'Angelo. Maybe he's busy, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong, or maybe he's pissed off the wrong people and is now rotting in a ditch somewhere. Either way, now is as good a time as any to check up on him. Then we have our gangrel. Upon returning to your haven, you will find a small scrap of paper lying on your windowsill. Need a favor? If you're up for it, come meet me in Prospect. Tam. So we have 5 individuals, and after we rest, we're probably going to have to make a choice as to whom we're going to go visit next, depending on what happens after the rest part, because you've been given your own initiative as far as the game is concerned, so we'll see how that's going to play out. If we look at our dictionary and kind of see what our options are here, we've already pretty much caught up, but let's look at some of the ones that are here in our list to make sure that we remember them. The sheriff, the camarilla, the definition of a fledgling, the prince, the hunger, vessel, the beast, cane, kindred, the masquerade, the traditions, kine, sect, sire, asylum, the kiss, the embrace, domain, lick, the anarch movement, court, haven, the primogen council, coterie, final death, clan toreador, bloodline, child, clan ventru, clan bruja, clan tremere vitae, clan Nosferatu, clan gangrel, clan Malkavian elder, the Second Inquisition, lineage, thin bloods, Methuselah. So out of all of these, I'm going to go slow. If you think there's one we need to have a definition of, call out the name so that we can read what that says. I think it's been pretty self-explanatory in the game, but I want to make sure everybody's caught up. Because there's quite a few definitions thrown out here. Okay, so we will go back and we will do our rest point. Alright, so it looks like we need to pick. Oh, and there's this guy too. sleazy reporter from a gossip magazine sniffing around Sophie's Haven. She could use your help with the problem. So we got that guy. Forgot about that. And who is this? Oh, this is the person we don't know. And that is Seagal wants to meet you again at the cathedral. You wonder whether that mysterious priest will be there. So it looks like we have a few extras on our map. Which ones would you like? The Gangrel, the Nosferatu, the Malkavian, the mysterious person tailing you, this guy that looks like a sleazy reporter, and this guy, which is Benoit Seagal, wants to meet you at the cathedral, and this guy, which is the Tremere. Remember, out of all of these, we still haven't met the Tremere yet. And we might want to make sure that we keep an eye on that as well, because it's an old character that's been sitting here a while, and we haven't done the Tremere. So, think about it for a second, Chat Pack. Let's decide. Almost thinking the Tremere. I'm worried if we leave him too long. He was on that original list, remember? So think and tell me. Tremere? Are you guys okay with? Let's give the Tremere a shot. Hey, new original, how's it going? We're doing great. We're going over the game. We were just about to choose which way we go next in our pathway. Yeah, I say we meet the Tremere and then go for the nosy reporter. So let's check out the Tremere. He's been on our list a little bit. We haven't done him yet, so let's check out our Tremere. And welcome, new original. So here we go with our Tremere. Let's accept. You arrive at the address given to you by Sophie. A small bookstore smack dab in the middle of Broadway. Of all places. Yes, I do, Van. Let's see what Mr. Tremere has to say. I am not holding you hostage. What really catches you off guard, though, is the store's display. From what you've heard about the Tremere, they are infamous for their ties to the occult and the mystical. And yet now, looking at the oddball collection of items in the display window, it all feels borderline satirical. The books here cover everything from Ayurvedic practices and homeopathy to wellness and self-motivation. The vaguely amusing juxtapositions don't end there either. You notice a copy of Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible tucked behind a cheap, smiling Buddha. A scientific journal and hematology sits next to a teen-oriented pamphlet on the blood-type personality theory. That actually is a thing, the blood-type personality theory. I mean, it's something you can actually read about. It does, that's something that is said to exist, etc. A number of religious and quasi-religious symbols, lockets, pins, and various emblazoned paraphernalia are haphazardly strewn across the display and between the tombs. Before you even open the door, you can smell the burning incense and hear the corny, Far East-tinged music seeping through the crackling speaker mounted above the entrance. It's much more quaint than what you expect from what Sophie told you about the so-called warlocks. It doesn't look like they have much interest in impressing outsiders. Then again, if there's anything you've learned these past few nights, it's that appearances can be deceiving. At this time of night, the shop appears to be closed. Regardless, you ring the bell. You hear someone shuffling around inside. A brief moment later, the latch slides and the door is pushed open just a few inches. A tired-looking blonde in loose clothes appears in the crack. She seems confused, like you just woke her up. She lets out a yawn, scratching at her tattooed neck. Finally, she squints in your general direction. Her pierced lip curves into an awkward smile. 1, 2, or 3, chat pack. Your call. I'm feeling 1. I'm feeling 1. What are you guys thinking? Remember, you woke her up. So if you woke her up for occult advice, not sure she's going to be thrilled. She might. And that could be the right answer, if there is such a thing. I don't think I'd go 3. So I'd either go 1 or 2. So we got a 1, we got a 2, and we got a 2. Any other thoughts? Tell you what, we'll go with 2. Majority rules. Hi, I'm here about a mystical problem. I need some occult advice, you could say. The girl gives you a suspicious look over, but opens the door. She takes a few steps back, and you hear footsteps coming from behind a floral curtain that covers the back door. A bespectacled, smart-looking woman emerges and looks straight at you. Come in and follow me. Just don't touch anything, please. You follow her through the store. Inside, as expected, the stuffy air smells of sandalwood, frankincense, and a dozen other aromas. The woman leads you behind the curtain and through the back door onto a rickety staircase. A flight of steps takes you up to the second story. You instantly notice the change in decor as the tacky New Age bookstore gives way to something resembling a cross between a library and a workshop. The smell here is strong too, but much more layered. You're not sure what to make of it at first, becomes overpowering. It takes you a moment to adapt and focus. I don't think you know who you're speaking with, so an introduction is in order. My name is Asling Storebridge, and I'm the High Regent of the Chantry of the 5 boroughs. Now we've got some definitions, Chatback, so let's take a look at those before we go on. Regent and Chantry. Every Chantry has a regent. The regent is responsible for the tutelage of all other Tremere in the domain. While the regent may not teach them personally, she must ensure all Tremere are being educated. The regent's other duties extend to the clan's protection in the domain, and sometimes its representation on the Primogene Council. Now let's check out Chantry. A traditional name for the Tremere headquarters in a city, usually part shelter, part library, and part laboratory. Excellent, so let's move on. You are Katrina, correct? I have to say, you're lucky the ward outside this building is only there for notifications tonight. Otherwise, it would have been quite unpleasant. So, that occult advice line was cute, but unless you have something important, and I do mean important, to relay, I'm afraid I don't have a lot of time to spare. Get out of my laboratory. Yes. So we have 1, 2, and 3, Chatback. Which one will it be? So you're thinking 2. I'm thinking 1 or 2. I'm not sure which. 2. Okay. 2 might be a good idea. 2. So we have unanimous. We'll go 2. Wait. How do you know who I am? Well, for one thing, knowing who's who in the city is one of my duties as High Regent, but more importantly, you've been on the mind of many a kindred since Langley took you in. It's quite a precedent, as I'm sure you know. A first under Prince Panhard, and for Sophie to be the one to do it, curiouser and curiouser. Still, I'm sure you haven't come here to look for dirt on your sire. That would be unwise. So we have 1, 2, or 3, Chatback. Which one do you want? I'm thinking 1. I was kind of thinking 1. What do you think? Thinking 1? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 1. What say the rest of Chatback? 1. I'm thinking 1. So let's give 1 a try. Seems like a couple of people are thinking 1 too, so let's go 1. Sophie suggested I should meet Agathon. She said he's quite knowledgeable. Did she now? Aisling looks you up and down. Her countenance seems unchanged, but you can tell she's judging what you said. That's new. Suddenly, a man enters from a side room. He doesn't even look at you, lost in his own thoughts. I have it, Aisling. I think I know how to find it. He catches himself as he notices you. His face turns sour. A visitor? Yes, we were just discussing you, in fact. Is that so? We have 1, 2, or 3 chat back. Which one you want to go with? I'm thinking number 1. Throw Sophie's name out there. I think that might be your best option. Tremere are no group to be screwed with. So I'm thinking 1 and throw that name. Might be your best option. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is 1. What you guys thinking, chat pack? We thinking 1? Or we thinking 2? Or even 3? Which way do you want to go? I'm thinking we'll go 1. So let's see. Let's see where this lands us. Yes, Sophie Langley recommended that I contact you about teaming up. I don't know if I'd use the word teaming up. Teaming up? Called it. He seems very confused by the notion. What for? 1, 2, or 3? Which way do you want to go? I don't think company is something that he cares about. However, we could talk about using his knowledge. Because Tremere have a great extensive amount of knowledge. Assisting him in his work? Maybe. Hey Fang, how's it going? Welcome JNP, aka Fang. Good to see you here. So you're thinking 3. I don't know. I go back and forth between 1 and 3. Agathon, Chris Angel. He does look like him, doesn't he? Does Chris Angel have short hair? I couldn't remember. I guess he does. Anyway, for another conversation later. Alright, I'm thinking 1. So maybe we give 1 a shot. Got a bunch of people calling out 1s, 2s, and 3s. I'm going to say 1. Let's see what happens. I could assist you in your work. I can be quite helpful, knowing I can count on someone to return the favor. Yeah, this could go sketchy. Is that right? He seems to consider it, then turns to Aisling. Hi, Regent. May I ask your advice on this? She looks you over, as if judging your takes her just long enough to make you feel uncomfortable. When she takes her eyes off you, she addresses Agathon. Do you feel like you need assistance in your task, my child? I'm confident I can do it on my own. He pauses, hesitating for a second. But I do believe it's important enough to warrant outside help, even if only for a single night. Another brief moment of hesitation. Of course, the details would remain between you and I, sire. Agreed on all points. Why don't you start by giving our intern here a brief explanation of what it is you're after? Agathon gives Aisling a hesitant look, but the woman nods approvingly. Encouraged, he turns towards you. A member of our clan disappeared without a trace a handful of nights ago. While the High Regent investigates if any foul play was involved, I have been tasked with recovering her research notes. If there's anything left to recover, that is. I may have an idea where to start looking, and I suppose this is where you come in. If you truly wish to help, I could use your assistance tonight. Right now, in fact. Given the time we've just wasted on idle chatter, I should leave immediately. 1, 2, or 3, Chatback. Which shall it be? Yes, if we help him, there's a good chance he'll owe us later. I agree, New Original, and having a Tremere owe you is a good thing. So yeah, I'm thinking, I don't think it grows. I think if you are considered technically dead, it's going to stay the length that it was. Yeah, he's gonna owe us big. So I'm thinking either 1 or 2. I'm almost thinking 1. 1 is going to be possibly a little bit more important than 2. What do you think? I'm thinking 1. But I want to hear what Chatback says. You're thinking 1? It's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 1, too. The research is going to span way over the person, the individual. You're thinking 1? Kind of leaning towards this 1 thing. You're thinking either 1 or 2. Okay. I'm kind of going with number 1. What research is this about? That research sounds pretty important. What's it about? A single glance at Aisling is enough. You can tell you're not getting an answer. At least for now. Well, we tried. It's important to us, and that is all you need to know. These people aren't in the habit of making things simple. facing layers upon layers of secrecy. You can only hope that what lies beneath is the real deal. I'm heading out. Are you coming or not? 1, 2, or 3, chat back. Which way we leaning? I'm thinking 1. Don't back down now, not after all of this, so 3 is not an option. I don't know if you should try to play games with the Tremere by doing number 2, because to be honest, the Tremere don't play. I'm thinking 1. Yep, that's what I'm thinking, is 1. 1 might be your better option. I go with that. Sure, I'll join you. Very well. He gives Asling a slight bow. High Regent, with your permission. She nods. Before you go, however, Katrina, defer to Agathon in all things. Our clan values obedience above everything else. Prove you can follow, and this might turn into a mutually beneficial relationship. I will await his return and his report. Good luck, my child. Agathon bows again and heads out, urging you to follow. The High Regent watches you leave. Outside, Agathon leads you to his car. It's almost funny seeing him get behind a wheel. Somehow you'd expect a more mystical means of transportation. You drive south, heading to the Lower East Side. Agathon seems lost in thought. Either that, or he's a very careful driver. Either way, several minutes pass in silence. So we have 1, 2, or 3, chat back. Which way would you like to go? You're thinking 2? I'm actually thinking 2. I don't know. Or we could do 3, remain quiet. I think either one in this case might be okay. Not sure. We have a 2, we have a 3. What are you thinking? I'm thinking 2. So the High Regent is your sire or remaining quiet? I would not ask where we're going. I don't think he's going to tell you. I'm thinking, we'll do remain quiet. Let's try 3, see what happens. You decide not to disturb his thoughts and are surprised that it's him who breaks the silence as you're about halfway over the East River. Good call, chatback. Let me ask you something. Why me? There's likely a couple hundred of us kindred in New York, yet you seek me out specifically. Why? 1, 2, or 3, chatback. I'm thinking 1, but that's just me. think, Chatback? We got 1, 2, or 3. 1, 1. You have family over there? In Queens? Cool. Everybody's saying 1. Okay. Sophie spoke highly of you. For one, Sophie spoke highly of you. She gave me a short list of people to meet. You were on it. I see. Once more, he grows silent. You're unsure whether to continue prying, as your driver seems to disappear into his thoughts. You drive into Williamsburg and stop by a fancy-looking building. We're here. There's a restaurant on the top floor. You wanted to help, so here's your chance. I need you to get us inside the VIP lobby. Once we're in, I need about half an hour of focus and some space. It'll be up to you to keep attention away from the room. Can you do it? He doesn't wait for an answer and points to the front door. Go ahead. I'm right behind you. The two of you take the elevator up to the restaurant. The door opens and you see that there are only a few guests left sitting at their tables. An important-looking staff member approaches you. Good evening. I'm very sorry, but the restaurant is closing for the night. I can make a reservation for the next week if you wish. 1 or 2, Chatback. Your call. I'm kind of leaning towards 2. I don't know why, but 2 sounds good. What do you think, Chatback? 2 is kind of where I'm going with it. 2. What other numbers we got? We going straight 1 and 2s? We going straight 2s? 2. Okay. Let's give that a shot. 2. I'm the special kind of client. No. I think we can get in now. We're special clients, if you know what I mean. I don't think I do. Apologies, but it's company policy. No exceptions. Would you like to make a reservation? You got 1, 2, or 3. Remember, your goal is not to start nothing but get them in. I'm thinking 3. Go ahead and use presents. What do you think, Chatpack? Be assertive. Very cool, Fang. Your uncle lives fairly close to, is that called City Field? Cool, and you get easy seats for the Mets game. Very awesome. Alright, we got a unanimous 3s. We're going with 3s. Presents. Hey, it's all good. We can come in. We'll be in the VIP lobby. It won't take long. Using the disciplines. The man blinks. A confused smile appears on his face. Yes, of course. Not a problem. Please come right in. Slick, it worked. You walk in, trying to look casual, and make your way towards the VIP lobby. You step inside and close the door behind you. It's a nice place, very highbrow. Lots of old, expensive-looking furniture and private rooms to discuss any sordid business one discusses when you're that rich. Your companion looks at you with something akin to admiration. Or, at least that's how you chose to interpret the slight change in his usual somber facade. Not bad. Not bad at all. He inspects the room. It's unusually cold, and Agathon soon discovers why. Looking behind the curtain, a window hangs open. The handle and lock look like they've been dissolved, as if with acid. God damn it, Juno. 1, 2, or 3. Your choice, Chatback. Yeah, isn't that neat, that bowl? Is that a bowl or a cup? I wasn't sure if that was a bowl or a cup. He's standing in front of it now, so I can't see it. 1. What's with the window? I'm liking the 1. Well, you could go 1 or you could go 2. I'm kind of thinking 1, though. But that's just me. We got a 2. We got a 1. We got a bunch of 1s. We got 1, 2, 3 1s. Let's try 1, see what happens. Hopefully they'll explain who Juno is. What happened to the window? Somebody broke in. I think I know who. He takes a frantic look around the room. This changes things. Keep an eye on the door. I'll need some time. Half an hour at the very least. Nobody disturbs me. Understand? He hastily pushes a couch and some potted plants out of the way, moves a bar stool, and takes out a curved knife, cutting into his own arm. He lets some of his blood drip onto the wooden floor. It's pretty fucked up, the way his flesh oozes the deep red, thick vitae. In life, you'd have found it stomach churning, but right now you feel weirdly turned on by the sight. What follows is more disturbing yet. With one hand, he sheaths the knife and seals the wound. With the other, he smears the blood around him while muttering some weird chant. It sounds vaguely Latin, but you're pretty sure it isn't. It's all more than a little disconcerting, but he seems to know what he's doing. A few moments later, the circle starts glowing faintly as thin wisps of smoke surround Agathon. He sits down in the middle, legs crossed, eyes closed. Minutes pass. Agathon's face twitches from time to time, and his head turns every now and then, as if he was looking around or listening in on a conversation. The smoke grows thicker, forming a veil around the mage. You expected something more flashy, but it's still a sight to behold. You wonder what the point of it is, but refrain from asking. it's probably best to let Agathon do his thing. For close to 30 minutes, you are left to your own devices. And then suddenly the door opens slightly, and the manager leans into the room. You tense up for a second, but he just gives you an awkward smile. Anything you need? You shoo him away before he can take a closer look at your companion, and he retreats obediently. 2 minutes later, Agathon casually gets up off the floor and walks over to the sofa. He pushes his hand in between the cracks in the upholstery and fishes something out. He then turns to you and nods. We're done here. Let's go. You may make your way back to the elevator, passing the manager on your way. He gives you a slight, somewhat confused smile, but neither him nor any of his staff get in your way. Despite that, the elevator ride down feels tense, and the two of you only relax once inside Agathon's car. He starts the engine and takes a right at the Continental Army Plaza, back onto the bridge. You're just about to say something, but he beats you to it. That went better than I expected, all things considered. It might have been a trick of the light, but you're pretty sure you just saw a smile. I'm used to working alone, but what I'm dealing with right now, it might require some assistance, and you seem capable enough. 1, 2, or 3, Chatback. Your call. So we're thinking 2. Hey Loki, how's it going? Hi. So we're thinking 2, 3. 3. What else? We got 2 3s, a 2. Then are you doing a 1 or are you doing one of the other ones? Which one are you doing? I'm kind of feeling 2. I don't know. Maybe 3. Not sure. I'm kind of thinking, I guess 3 maybe. Since we have a bunch of 3s, we'll try the 3s. And just see what happens. You know, I can do more than watch your back while you're channeling Madame Blavatsky. Haven't heard that name yet. Can you now? I guess we'll find out next time. Yeek. That seems to deplete his social battery for the night. You drive the rest of the way in silence. It doesn't take you long to reach the Warlock's hideout. Agathon waves at you absent-mindedly, once again lost in his thoughts. Hopelessly so. One of these nights, you should probably take him up on his offer. Who knows? If you gain his trust, maybe you can actually break through his stoic facade and meet the man underneath. fan-made jetpack. Now we have the option of going to one of these others, but we've already been on quite a bit. And we also, as some of us, I know I have work tomorrow. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to shut the game down, and don't go anywhere. We're going to watch the trailer one last time. For those of you who have not heard or have not been in here, I created a fan-based trailer for this game. And I'm showing it, kind of like showcasing it. It's not that long, only a few minutes. And then we're going to raid. So if you would just sit tight, hang tight, I would be honored if you would watch this with us, all the new people that just came in. And for those who have already seen it earlier today, or when I first started the stream, then yeah, if it's okay with you, can we watch it again? This is a fan-based trailer made in honor for those that created Vampire the Masquerade, the Coteries of New York. We are going to save and exit here. And we are going to go back to here. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Be right back. And thank you for indulging me this one little thing. We are going to watch this for just a few minutes. And this is the showcase. This is the actual video that I created. So if you guys are okay with that, I'll wait to make sure we were able to switch over to our scene. There we go. Can you still hear me? Are we still able to hear audio and see the screen? I'm assuming. Yes, I want you to see this new original. I really, really, really do. Hang tight with me. We have audio. Yeehaw. Sweet. Okay, you ready? Here we go. This is the fan-made trailer for Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. Um, I'm glad you like. I'm glad you like. That I actually took, the way I made it was I contacted the people at Draw Distance asking them if I could use their actual trailers and break multiple ones of them apart to create this and to add music to it. So that's basically what I did is I used the actual footage from their trailers with their permission, which is why I have their copyright listed at the very end. It's like the last parts of the scene. It has all their copyright information from them specifically, and then put all it together with the music and fell in love with it. So that's what I've made for this game. Maybe I'll make one for every game I play. Who knows? But so that is for tonight, and thank everybody for hanging out with me. Now we're going to look at who we need to raid. I'm looking on the list. I see OTK Magic Stick at 7. And then there's us, but I don't see anyone else. Yeah, I'm putting it up on my YouTube channel. It's actually on my YouTube channel. I just haven't like publicized the YouTube channel only because I'm still pulling videos like from when I played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and I'm still sticking stuff up there. But it has, I wonder if I can get the link. I don't know if I can get the link. But I can I can get the link up. I actually posted it in Twitter, I think, where the link was there. But yeah, there is a YouTube channel. If you want, I can make sure that I message you with that YouTube channel link at a later time. But yeah, that is my gift present honoring the people that made this game and the game itself. So let's look and see who do we need to raid. I'm still only seeing OTK Magic Stick. Oh, there you go. Thank you for the YouTube channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. So what we got for raids? Anybody got anybody? Hey, John, how are you doing? How's it going? Thank you, John. I'm glad you liked it. Very cool. So we are wrapping up. We're about to raid. Raid, raid, raid. Raid Hungry. Who are we going to raid? Somebody give me the name of someone. Give me someone's name that I can raid. We look for all my new people and anyone watching the VOD, just to explain, whenever we raid, we try to raid someone that has lower numbers, like under 20, because these are usually people who don't get raided as much because they're still building their communities. I'm really huge on the idea of having a community, having a place that you feel like you can belong. And, you know, we're starting out new. I'm starting out new. And, you know, other people are starting out new. And it's kind of like to help people. Okay, is that Macabre Derek? So we got Macabre, we got Macabre Derek. He's playing VTM. And we got another. What are the numbers for both of these? Whoever has the lowest number, I'll go with. Because I want to make sure that we support the community. But whoever I don't pick, make sure that you let me know their name later. Message it to me so we can remember and try to hit them up. Okay, Carol has 4. Macabre Derek has 11. Okay, so Carol has 4. Let's see if I can spell this right. And you listen to me as I say it to make sure that I get this right. We're going to do Carol since she's got 4. But new original, keep that named for me. The next time you're in here, remind me, we will raid him. If he's on, we'll raid him. So let's do Carol. Don't tell her we're coming. We're going to do raid. Let's see. So it's AYEEEITSCAROL. Oh, she's got the @ sign in front too? Okay. So @ Let's make sure I got that. Or no. Let's take the @ off and see what we got. It's saying, I hope I spelled this right. So we got @ sign AYEEEITS capital CAROL. Oh, just the name, not the @ sign. Okay. All right. Let's try that. Okay, let's see what we get. Let's see if we can get that. Invalid username. Whew. Let's see. We'll try it again. RAIDAYEEEITSCAROL. It is CAROL, correct? Alright, let's see what this brings up. Keep saying, oh, 2 E's, not 3's. Okay, we'll try it again. AYEEITSCAROL. Let's see if we do that. If that works. Raid. AYEEITSCAROL. Let's give that a shot. And it's a go. We got it. We are hitting and ready to raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Raid.